Just the mention of Wagyu brings to mind images of glistening, marbled meat that melts on your tongue. A top-quality Wagyu cow once sold for up to 400,000 US dollars. This is not just a food, it is a centuries-old heritage of Hyogo, where over 150,000 cattle are cared for like treasures by Japanese farmers. Right now, join me to explore the journey of Wagyu from the lush green farms through dramatic auctions to the dining table where each piece of meat is transformed into a culinary masterpiece. Let's step onto a farm in the Hyogo region of Japan, where green hills stretch endlessly and the air is fragrant with fresh grass and the essence of the earth. Here, Wagyu cattle are raised in impeccably clean barns, without a speck of dust, as if they are the red gold of this land. Unlike the massive industrial farms in the West, where tens of thousands of cattle are crowded into pens, a Wagyu farm typically has only a few hundred head, with each one receiving special attention, almost like a personalized regimen. The farmer's work begins at the crack of dawn. They check on each calf, ensuring they are healthy and warm, sometimes even putting jackets on the newborn calves to keep them warm in the cool weather. Every Wagyu calf, from the moment it is born, is tagged with a 10-digit identification number, like a VIP passport that stores all information about its origin, birthplace, and journey to maturity. This is not just a number, it is a commitment to transparency and quality, so that anyone holding a piece of Wagyu meat can trace the story behind it. Raising Wagyu is a challenging process that requires patience and masterful skill. Each cow undergoes at least 28 to 32 months of nurturing, double the time compared to regular cattle in the US, where they are often sent to slaughter at just 14 months old. During this time, the farmers must ensure the cattle live in a virtually stress-free environment, because even a little stress can reduce the quality of the marbling, the very thing that makes Wagyu famous. Raising Wagyu is not easy at all. They brush the cattle, trim their hooves periodically, and keep the barns as clean as a 5-star hotel room. The farmers have to stand for hours observing each cow, just to make sure they are eating properly, are not sick, and always feel comfortable. To get a piece of delicious, melt-in-your-mouth beef is not easy. It is a long journey that demands meticulousness, patience, and a love for each animal. If you also think Japanese farmers are amazing, do not forget to show your appreciation with a like for this video. The diet of Wagyu cattle is an essential part of creating the perfect meat. Imagine feed bins carefully mixed, not only with corn, barley, and hay, but also with special ingredients like the lees from sake production, or even beer and whiskey. The faint smell of fermentation from the feed, mixed with the scent of dry hay, creates a concoction that even humans would be curious about. Each day, a Wagyu cow consumes about 17 to 22 pounds of feed, and during the 600-day fattening period, they can devour 5 tons of food. That is a huge investment, not just in money, but also in the farmer's time and effort. They must constantly adjust the feed formula to ensure the cattle receive enough nutrients to develop the pristine white, silk-like marbling that perfectly intertwines with the muscle fibers. But it is not just the food, the water is also a crucial factor. On many farms, Wagyu cattle are given pure, natural spring water, the kind that even humans can drink. A farmer here shared, "Clean water is the secret to healthy cattle and delicious meat." Just a small change in their diet or living environment can immediately affect the quality of the meat. Leaving the farm, the journey of Wagyu continues at beef auctions, where the quality and value of each cow are determined. Imagine stepping into a cold room. The atmosphere is tense as a stock exchange floor. The bidders, from restaurant owners to distributors, sit in rows, holding bidding devices, their eyes glued to the carcasses of beef hanging before them. To enter, everyone must go through a strict sanitation process, wearing protective gear, a cap, and passing through an air shower to remove all dust. The floor gleams with beef fat, so clean you could see your reflection. Do you think this is the most expensive floor in the world? Because every drop of fat that falls is worth tens of dollars. Here, each carcass is presented, accompanied by an identification tag and a DNA certificate, ensuring traceability back to the farm. Each cow is graded based on two main factors: meat yield and marbling quality. The Japanese grading system uses a scale from A to C for meat yield and 1 to 5 for quality, with A5 being the highest level, representing perfect meat with pristine white marbling woven like a painting. In addition, the beef marbling score, from 8 to 12, is also used. The higher the score, the more highly valued the meat. An A5 cow with a beef marbling score of 12 can fetch a price of $30 to $40 per pound, and a king cow, the best of the day, can be sold for tens of thousands of dollars. The auction atmosphere is so vibrant you can hear your own heartbeat. Each time a bidder raises their hand to press the button, the price skyrockets. In the blink of an eye, the price of meat can jump from a few dollars to tens of dollars per kilogram. The participants are not just buying meat, they are also buying the reputation of the farmers, the people who have poured their sweat and effort for nearly 3 years to create this masterpiece. After the auction, the Wagyu carcasses are transferred to skilled butchers, the true artists of the meat industry. In a refrigerated room where the temperature is only 32 to 35 degrees Fahrenheit, they work with the precision of a surgeon. Imagine a butcher holding a razor-sharp knife, gliding it lightly over the huge carcass, each cut clean and without waste. They separate the bones, trim the fat, and divide the meat into perfect cuts: tenderloin, strip loin, ribeye. Each piece of meat is a work of art, with pristine white marbling glistening under the lights, like abstract paintings created by nature's hand. The butcher's job is not simple. They must understand the structure of each cow, knowing how to preserve the most precious cuts without damaging the marbling. A Wagyu cow can yield 880 to 1,100 pounds of meat, but the tenderloin, the most expensive part, only accounts for 5 to 10% of the total weight. To create slices of meat as thin as silk, they use meat slicers worth tens of thousands of dollars, with razor-sharp blades that cut through the meat as smoothly as cutting an avocado. Looking at the neatly arranged slices, you will understand why they call this the art of butchering. Finally, the journey of Wagyu ends at luxurious restaurants where the beef is transformed into culinary masterpieces. Imagine you are sitting in a restaurant in Tokyo with warm yellow lights illuminating the table and the scent of Japanese charcoal wafting up from the grill. The master chef, with skilled hands, begins to prepare 3 signature Wagyu dishes, each one a tribute to the natural flavor of the beef. First is Wagyu sushi, a dish so delicate it is almost magical. Thinly sliced Kobe beef is placed on a bed of rice cooked with sake, topped with sweet Hokkaido sea urchin and glistening Osetra caviar. A light brush of 8-year aged soy sauce creates a perfect balance of salty, sweet, and umami flavors. When you put the sushi in your mouth, the richness of the meat melts with the sweetness of the sea urchin, dissolving instantly, leaving a lingering aftertaste like a deep musical note. Is anyone's mouth watering like mine? Next is yakiniku, Japanese-style grilled meat, where simplicity becomes art. The chef chooses the Kobe beef tongue, a rare and expensive cut that can cost up to $2,000 for just over half a pound. The tongue is thinly sliced, lightly scored to create texture, then grilled over Japanese charcoal, just 1 minute on each side to maintain its tenderness. With just a sprinkle of sea salt, the meat explodes with flavor, slightly crispy on the outside, rich and fatty on the inside, with a deep umami taste that makes you want to close your eyes to fully appreciate it. Last is the Wagyu cutlet sandwich, a dish that combines tradition and creativity. The tenderloin, known as the Chateaubriand of Kobe beef, is chosen, valued at up to $3,000 for a small piece. The meat is coated in Japanese flour, egg, and homemade breadcrumbs, then fried in hot oil until the crust is golden and crispy, while the inside remains as soft as silk. A secret sauce, made from soy sauce, rice vinegar, and 15 other ingredients, is drizzled over it, creating a dish that is both rich and refined. When you take a bite, the crispy crust shatters, giving way to the rich, fatty meat, making you unable to hold back a sigh of delight. Wagyu is not just delicious, it is also a superfood with incredible health benefits. Contrary to the belief that fatty beef like Wagyu can be harmful, it actually contains high levels of monounsaturated fats, similar to olive oil, which help reduce cholesterol and the risk of heart disease. It is also rich in omega-3, omega-6, and conjugated linoleic acid, which support weight loss, muscle gain, and improve the immune system. After hearing this, are you not craving a piece of melt-in-your-mouth Wagyu that is also good for your health? Each dish is a story, a way to honor the hard work of the farmers who have spent nearly 3 years raising each cow. They do not just produce meat, they create an experience, a cultural heritage of Japan. From the early days of caring for calves, through the early mornings mixing feed, to the long nights checking the barns, every drop of their sweat is marked in every piece of meat on the dinner table. This journey is not just about beef, it is about perseverance, passion, and a deep respect for nature and animals. So, have you ever tried Wagyu? Or are you dreaming of a meal where every piece of meat is a masterpiece? If you have had the chance to taste it, share your experience. Did that rich flavor make you swoon? And if you have not, let this journey inspire you to explore the world of high-end cuisine. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you do not miss other interesting stories about food and culture. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next trips, where we will continue to discover the wonders of this world.